Hi everyone, this is my chicken fricasse dish. It's a Mauritian recipe with French influence. Very simple, very light flavours. You've got onions, garlic, chicken stock, sweet corn for a bit of sweetness in there as well. And we have some fresh herbs like coriander, parsley. If you have thyme leaves, these ones I picked from my garden to use. So anything that you have to hand is great. With some soy sauce, I use some soy sauce as well, just to give it like a depth of flavour in this dish. So we've got chicken thighs, so I use bone-in chicken thighs. If you haven't got the time to cook it, then I suppose you can use thighs without any bone in there, just cut up into pieces. But I love to use the bone in there just to give it extra flavour to the sauce, and it's lovely and meatier, I find anyway. So what I do is to start with is I saute the chicken. So you want to just like put a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and you just kind of want to sear the chicken thighs, both sides evenly for about 5 minutes or so altogether, but until they're like nicely and a bit browned. And then you want to take those out as well after, and then we're going to leave it to rest while we make the rest of the sauce, and then you add it back in after. So you kind of have cooked the chicken a little bit, searing those juices in, making them nice and tender. This is what this is about, this stage of the cooking. So don't skip this bit and try to do this just before you make your sauce, and you won't regret the results. So once they're done, I take the chicken pieces out of the pan, and then I'll start to make the sauce. And the sauce, to start with, sliced onions. Some people don't use sliced onions, or they might use shallots instead, or maybe no onions to start off with this dish, but I kind of like to use it as a base of the fricasse. So I add in my sliced onions, which I don't dice them or chop them, I just slice them finely. Kind of find that they kind of melt into the sauce really nicely. So I've added that in with some chopped garlic, finely chopped garlic, and a few coriander stalks. So if you have some coriander stalks, just finely chop those in and add those in as well with the thymes. Let them become really fragrant and wait for the onions to soften slightly. So you don't want the onions to go completely brown or anything like that. Just want to soften them a bit before you add in your next ingredient. So that's been cooking for like about a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes or so. The garlic hasn't burnt, so you don't want the garlic to burn, so stir it every now and then. So then we reintroduce back in our chicken thighs, so they go back into the base of the sauce, and it's all going to kind of cook really nicely in there. So kind of fit them all snugly. If you have got like a large frying pan that you can put them all in one go rather than doing in batches, then that's perfect. So you let that cook for a little bit and it kind of melds into the sauce. The chicken juices will kind of flow out. Then you want to pour some chicken stock. So I've just got some chicken stock from a day or two I had from before when I made some soup. So just add that in. If you don't have chicken stock, veggie stock's fine to use. So you just want to add that in. Will kind of amp up the flavour even more. So that's like the sauce. You can see it's not an overly saucy dish. The sauce will reduce slightly, but still it'll be nice with some rice. So I kind of just turn over the piece of chicken in the sauce so they kind of like nice and juicy, and they stay nice and succulent as well. So they've taken on the flavours of the thymes and all the fresh herbs in there. Then I'm going to add in some soy sauce. Now just a dash of soy sauce, so I'd probably say 1 tablespoon or so. I use dark soy sauce. I find it kind of gives that caramelised flavour and depth of flavour into the dish. So I just put that over. Then you add in your sweet corn. I've used canned sweet corn. If you've got, fresh sweet corn, you can just chop the kernels off and add them in. That's even better. If you don't have sweet corn, you can use frozen peas or garden peas. That's fine. Really nice simple dish. I think this is great for kids. My little one loves this one. So it's really nice and simple. I kind of make this recipe in like about, within half an hour I could do it. So, and have dinner on the table, half an hour or so. So definitely worth making it. So the last kind of ingredient you want to add to your dish to finish it off is a flurry of herbs. So you've got fresh coriander, fresh parsley, whatever you have, just add that on top to finish it off, and then presto, it is done. Beautiful, simple. Have it with some rice. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe.